Okay, we're in Unit 2 review now, which is solving equations. This one, first one says to solve for x, 5 parentheses x minus 4 is equal to 9x. First thing we want to do is get rid of those parentheses, so I'm going to distribute. I'm going to get 5x minus 20, because remember 5 times 4 is 20, is equal to 9x. And now we need to get the x's on the same side. I'm going to actually move the 5x this time. I don't normally do that, but otherwise it's going to leave the nothing over on the right side. So I'm going to get negative 20 is equal to 4x, and then from here we'll just need to divide both sides by 4. I'll get x is equal to negative 5. Alright, for 23, solve for x. 3x plus 11 plus 7x plus 9 equals 180. On this one, we want to combine like terms, so since 3x and 7x are on the same side, let's just put them together. 3x plus 7x is 10x, and then the 11 and the 9 are both on the same side, so if we put those together, we'll get positive 20, and then it equals 180. Now if I'm solving for x, we want to get rid of plus 20 by doing minus 20. And then we'll get 10x equals 160. And then we'll divide both sides by 10. And we'll get x equals 16. Problem 24, solve and graph. Right, this one, we want to start by getting rid of the minus 3 by doing plus 3 to both sides. So now I'll have them to come down here. I'll get negative 5x is greater than or equal to 30. I'll now divide by negative 5. And if you remember, if we divide both sides by negative, we have to switch the way that this is going. So I'm going to get x is less than or equal to 30 divided by negative 5, which is negative 6. So this is part of my answer. Now I get to go to my number line, negative 6, negative 7, negative 5. Close circle, because there's an equal sign. Less than points to the left. Right, 25, there is an or on this one, which means I will be going in two opposite directions. So I'm just going to make myself a little note about that. Okay, the first one, to solve this, we'll subtract 4 from both sides. I'll get 3x is less than or equal to 9. Let's divide both sides by 3, and I'll get x is less than or equal to 3. And then on this one, we'll add 2 to both sides. So we'll get 4x is greater than 24, and then we'll divide both sides by 4, and I get x is greater than 6. So it's one of those two. And since it's or, we know it's not going to be connected. So I'll go to 3, and then 6. I'll put 4 in the middle, I guess. Less than or equal to 3, there's a closed circle at 3 pointing to the left, and greater than 6, open circle at 6 pointing to the right. Right, 26, solve and graph. This is a connected problem, which means we're going to end up getting a connected graph that will look something like that. I like to draw lines, and so we are going to subtract 5 from both sides, and when we do that, negative 11 minus 5 is negative 16. And then I still have 4x in the middle. 17 minus 5 is 12. And then we're going to divide all 3 parts by the 4. So we'll get negative 4. And then in the middle I'll get x. And then 12 divided by 4 is 3. We're just, remember, going to just bring these signs down. So I'll get less than or equal to and less than. So that's part of my answer. And then negative 4, 3, I'll put 0 in the middle. Open circle at 3. Close circle at negative 4. And we connect them. All right, everyone's favorite problem, number 27, solve for q. So I'm going to circle the q, which means I need to get rid of the p and the r and the m. And I'm going to get rid of the m first. To get rid of divided by m, we will multiply by m. So I'm going to get mt equals, the m's are gone now. I'll get p, q, r, and I'll circle the r again. Since p and r are both next to the q, that means multiply. So to get rid of them, we're going to divide. I'll divide by the p and the r, and I'll divide this side by the p and the r. So I'll get mt over pr is equal to q. So as weird as it looks, that is my answer.